All right, today we're going to go over how to make Google Meet run faster on my Windows machine, and also some of these tips will work on whatever machine you're working on. So let's take a start over to there and we'll see how it's working. All right, so the first thing you want to do is make sure that anything else other than your meeting or stuff you need for your meeting is closed. So other programs that you don't need are closed. If you have other tabs open, that those are closed. Even if you're just running email or something, if you don't need it for your meeting, close it up, because even something like running Gmail in a tab can slow down what you're working on. Another thing that you're going to want to do is check for an Ethernet connection. If you are connected by Ethernet, you definitely want to use that. However, if you're on Ethernet, you want to turn your Wi-Fi off, because what your computer has a tendency to do is to go to Wi-Fi first and rely on Ethernet as a backup, since, you know, the opposite would not make sense. Ethernet is a more stable connection, so it will go Wi-Fi first and leave the stable connection as the backup, just in case the Wi-Fi falters. But we want that stable connection, the faster stable connection all the time, so you turn your Wi-Fi off. And by turning your Wi-Fi off, your computer has to go straight to the Ethernet. And so you don't, if you're connected to both, when you turn off the Wi-Fi, even if you're in the middle of a meeting, because that Ethernet's already connected, you shouldn't get any kind of network interruption or connection interruption. But now your computer won't be searching for Wi-Fi and relying on the Wi-Fi signal. It will just go to the faster, more secure Ethernet signal by default. Just make sure when you unplug from the Ethernet that you turn your Wi-Fi back on, because then you'll have no connection at all. The next one is your video resolution inside of Google Meet. So before you even start, you can go to settings and then go to video, and then change your resolution. So right now, I can't change the resolution, I guess, because I am making this video right now. But right here under video, under the camera, you can select what kind of resolution you want to send out. So there's a sending resolution and a receiving resolution. They're both set to 720. 720p, right? Like, so like the pixel density, the resolution, like 720p, some like older TVs, like that's like sort of like just below HD quality. So you don't really need that. You know, like the 360p, which is lower and more standard definition, is just fine, since the kids are using small screens. You're using a small screen. You see them really small. So you can set both of them to 360. I know it's not here, but it would be if I was not using this camera. So settings, and then video, and then under here, set them both to 360. The one of them says like one video at a time. You don't want to do that. Just set to, you know, the same thing. It says receive resolution 360, send resolution 360. The only issue with this is that you have to reset it every time you do a meeting. So every meeting before you go in, it's going to switch back to 720. So if you set it once, you still have to go back and do it again before every meeting or during every meeting. When you do switch your send resolution during a meeting, the resolution that you're sending out to them, sometimes your camera turns off and turns back on, I guess, just to reset. But that is okay if that happens. But you'll notice it will make the connection a little more smooth, because you're not sending like a higher data, higher resolution video. Most of the time, that's okay. I don't think that this affects when you present something. I think that that's separate and not with the resolution. So I think they can still see that just fine. I have had no problems with anyone saying, oh, it's pixelated, or I can't see you because it's so foggy. Seems like they don't even notice. And I don't even really notice either, because all the squares are so small with their faces. The next one is the layout. So when you are in a meeting, my camera will not work for this meeting, but that's okay. So when you join a meeting, layout can play a big role in your connection not working. So under settings, you can change your layout. We've been so excited that we can use tile view and see lots of kids, right? You can see up to 49 people in your meeting at the same time. However, sometimes that slows things down. So if you're seeing students, you might want to see them all. But if you're in a situation where you don't need to see everybody, like a faculty meeting or something, you can just bring that down to 9. Or like for faculty meetings, spotlight is just fine. You only see one video at a time. You see the person who's speaking, and that's it. Or a sidebar where you see one person speaking and a few on the side. This will just lower the amount of videos that your computer is trying to process for you to see. So by doing that, it should speed up your meeting. All right, and the last one, which I think works really well, and you could use it during class if you want, but I use it during meetings when I'm at home because my home connection is not so fast, is to use your phone for the audio. So underneath settings, you can say use a phone for audio, and then you type in your phone number. You can have it remember it on your computer. Hey, it's my phone number. Give me a text sometime. Say, yo, nice video. Anyway, you can enter your phone number, and then it will call you with the audio, and it will stop processing the audio through your computer. So if you have, especially if you have like earbuds or something with your phone, you don't have to hold the phone up to your head the whole time. This could be really helpful because you can still like walk away from your meeting, stay with your phone if you need to, and then come right back. Gives you a little more flexibility. The sound quality is like a phone call sound quality, so it might not sound as sharp, but you hear everything, and you'll notice that the videos on your computer will run more quickly. All right, so these are some ways to make Google Meet run faster. I hope that they have helped you out today, and just let me know if they're working or not, and hopefully it will make things faster for you. Have a good day.